Hey everyone, it's LPS Creepy, and today I'm going to be making an LPS Iceberg video. This video was inspired by another YouTuber's video. I forgot her name, but I will link her video in the description and so you can check it out. This was inspired by her and the person who made the iceberg. So I have been in LPS Tube for a while. I really got into LPS Tube when I was 8 years old, 9 years old, so in a long time. So I know a lot of things about Littlest Pet Shop because I know. So I made this iceberg based off of stuff that I know, yeah. I really didn't do a lot of research to this because I really didn't have to, you know what I mean? But yeah, so let's get started. This isn't in like a tier list or anything from like the most well-known stuff to the least well-known stuff. I just wrote this down on some paper and we're just gonna start and get into it. Sophie GTV. Sophie GTV is a LPS tuber who made LPS videos. She is most well known for making the Littlest Pet Shop series LPS Popular, which has garnered millions of views and is very iconic and popular. Basically why I put her on this is because she's probably one of the most influential LPS tubers who really started LPS Tube when you think about it. Because before she made LPS Popular, there weren't a lot of LPS videos like that. There were like no LPS series, no LPS short films. And she really kind of started that you could make short films and series with LPS. There's not a lot known about her, I think. Unlike other LPS tubers where they kind of will make Q&As and more like, I guess, down-to-earth videos where they're just talking and you get to know more about them. She never really made videos like that. You know, all of the videos on her channel are just LPS videos of her series and that's all. Now moving on to other stuff about LPS Popular, we have last LPS Popular episode. So I put this on here because LPS Popular is cancelled. We never got a proper ending to LPS Popular and we never really got the last episode. We have no clue what the ending was supposed to be like or what the last episode was supposed to be like. But it is possible that Sophie GTV could have written the last episode and she could have possibly filmed half of it, but we will never know and we don't know. Still talking about LPS Popular cast overpriced. So basically, the cast of LPS Popular just includes a bunch of Littlest Pet Shop toys that are Great Danes, Shorthairs, and Dachshunds, and collies that are very expensive on eBay and they cost like $70, $50, almost $100 to this day. And the reason they're so expensive is because of that series, which is very popular, and that's why they're so expensive, even though they actually have no value. Moving on from LPS Popular, we have the Big 5 LPS. The Big 5 LPS are the types of LPS molds that are very popular, such as Dachshunds, Cocker Spaniels, Shorthairs, Collies, Great Danes, and they are the most popular LPS and they are the ones that cost the most on eBay. LPS aren't actually worth anything. Basically, this means that a lot of LPS aren't as valuable as we think they are. As I said before, on eBay, LPS cost a lot of money, hundreds of dollars almost. Even though a lot of these LPS aren't actually valuable, they have no value, they should not be worth that much money. LPS G4/G5 last generation. So basically, the last release of LPS in stores was Generation 5, and I think those LPS released in 2020, and ever since, personally, I have not seen LPS in stores. I've not seen them at Walmart, at Target. Yeah, so basically, they aren't making LPS anymore for good. LPS G6. So basically, if you pay attention to the company Hasbro, you will notice that they have a thing of constantly rebooting their toy lines, such as Transformers and My Little Pony. My Little Pony has many generations from the 1980s to the 2000s and 2010s, and this might be the same for LPS. LPS was originally created in the 90s, and then was rebooted in the 2000s, had a reboot in the 2010s, and might possibly in the future have another reboot of new designs. Will LPS come back? Re-releases. So this is a theory I kind of came up with myself because if you notice, the company MGA, who makes the Bratz dolls, has re-released their original Bratz dolls from the 2000s, and the company Mattel, who makes Monster High dolls, has re-released their first line of Monster High dolls, and these re-releases have seemed to be very successful. Now, it is possible that Hasbro might catch on to this and might possibly re-release the first generation of LPS from the 2000s. But I highly doubt this because LPS were popular, but then they really weren't that popular, so who knows. Short-lived Generation 2 revival. So in 2011, Hasbro released Generation 3, and Generation 3 is the worst LPS generation because the plastic was terrible, the designs were terrible, it was really cheap, and a lot of people did not like this. So then Hasbro, for a short period of time, released Generation 2 pets again, and then they stopped. Why were the old LPS designs changed? So this is the question of why did Hasbro stop making LPS that basically look like this? Why? And the answer is kind of simple. I've heard things from that, oh, the original LPS had something in their head that was expensive to make. And the answer could probably be that it wasn't so cheap to make these little plastic toys when you think of it, so they just changed designs to make them more cheap. LPS Tube peaked in 2013 and 2014. So if you look back, LPS Tube really began to become a thing in the early 2010s, and its peak was really around 2013-2014, where a lot of LPS videos garnered millions of views and thousands of views, which is kind of crazy. It's when it really peaked, and at that time there were tons of LPS tubers trying to be YouTubers and trying to start series and stuff like that. LPS is a huge part of YouTube, and this kind of goes with another thing I listed on here called LPS was part of the YouTube toy peak in the early 2010s, because LPS was really huge, which is sort of crazy, you know? A lot of videos have millions of views, a lot of people remember watching LPS videos, so in a sense, LPS are a very huge part of YouTube. COPPA was an excuse. So, as I said, in the early 2010s, before COPPA, a lot of people were making LPS videos, and then when the COPPA thing happened, everybody just quit, because they're like, oh, well, you know, oh, I can't make LPS videos anymore because of COPPA. It was an excuse for a lot of toy YouTubers and LPS tubers to quit. Moving on to the next thing, LPS tube is a job. Like I said, in the early 2010s, a lot of LPS videos got a ton of views, and before COPPA, a lot of people could make money this way by views. So then LPS tubers began to make videos solely for making money and saw making videos of plastic toys as a full-time job. But you know, when COPPA happened, that basically meant that people couldn't make a lot of money off of toy videos, so that's why a lot of them quit. Basically, people realized that you cannot make a full career out of making videos of plastic toys. LPS Tube's evolution. So LPS Tube has had quite a evolution. In the early days of LPS Tube, videos were very amateur, they really weren't that good. But now, with the LPS Tubers that we have now, the videos are really good and professional, like really good quality series and stories and such. You know, people have Canon cameras and they have really cool props and angles, and the way that they make videos now is very cool. There's a lot of cool short films and series now. LPS Beach Girl series. So if you don't know who LPS Beach Girl was, she was a LPS tuber, I remember, and she created a series called Royal Rebel. And basically what happened is she deleted her channel, and I think she deleted all these videos. I think there were some videos on YouTube of the series, short clips of it, but besides that, not a lot. Lost LPS Vampire series. So this is something I kind of only remember, but I'm pretty sure other people remember it. So in the early 2010s, I'd say, mid-2010s, I don't know, 2014, 2013, around that time, there was a LPS Vampire series, and I remember watching it, and ever since, I cannot find it. And I think it's possible that the creator deleted their channel and possibly deleted their videos. So the series is lost. I don't even know what it was called. It was just a vampire series. Lost LPS videos. So basically, it's possible that a lot of people that used to be LPS tubers deleted their channel or privated their videos that possibly had lots of views. So a lot of LPS videos that are very popular or a lot of people remember aren't even on YouTube anymore because the original creators of these videos deleted them or they privated them, which sucks. And even if you do use the video archive, I don't think you can actually find deleted videos in private videos. I don't know. And this moves on to my next thing, the very first LPS video. So basically, people in the LPS community have came to one thing, that there is 2 videos that are possibly the very first LPS videos on YouTube. I'll show them on the screen or link them down below because I don't even know what they're called. But I have a theory that maybe those aren't the very first LPS videos uploaded to YouTube. YouTube was created in 2005. So my question is, what is the first video on YouTube that includes a Littlest pet shop? Maybe it doesn't even have the title LPS in it. Maybe this video doesn't even exist anymore. Maybe it was deleted. We will never know. So basically, that is the question. What was the very first video on YouTube to include a Littlest pet shop? Lost LPS Great Dane. So basically, this is a Great Dane LPS that was included in a Littlest pet shop commercial and on like a packaging advertisement for a Littlest pet shop thing, and the LPS was never actually released. We know it exists, but it never got released. I think there's customs of it, but this LPS was never released in stores or anything. Why LPS? So as I said before, LPS were really popular back in the day, but it begs the question, why Littlest Pet Shop? And the reason is mainly because of the LPS popular series, Sophie GTV, but then it's also like, why was that series so popular? Why were LPS so popular? Because there could have really been any other toy. Why did LPS garner so much attention on YouTube? Why? The LPS mobile game doesn't exist anymore. So this was a game, I forgot what it was called. I love that game. It was an LPS game. I forgot what it was called, but I'll show footage of it here if I can. And that was my favorite game as a kid, and it doesn't exist anymore. You can't download it anymore. Bring back old LPS. So basically, because Hasbro started making LPS like this in the early 2010s, people began to make videos like bring old LPS back or bring the old LPS back. Some of these videos got a lot of views. Calling Hasbro. So calling Hasbro was a thing, a part of the bring back old LPS thing, where people managed to get a hold of Hasbro's number and everybody began calling Hasbro demanding for a new LPS. Which, looking back at that now, that was very cringy, childish, ridiculous. I don't know why we all thought if we call and say, hey, bring old LPS back, they were gonna actually do it, because they did not. I actually thought about calling Hasbro, but I did not, because I actually had parents. LPS gore, so this is kind of silly, but it's sort of a thing. It's not real gore, it's just where people get LPS and they basically mess up the Littlest pet shop. Sometimes they break the plastic and have a ton of fake blood, and it's just gore, fake LPS gore. NSFW LPS video. So what NSFW stands for, it stands for not safe for work. Basically, this is content that you would not show in the workplace, which basically means it is content that is inappropriate, and it has inappropriate themes that are not suited for children, even though it is made with toys. Lastly, we have this thing I kind of saved for last. LPS Popular walked so Euphoria could run. So Euphoria is a teen drama, and there were little subtle similarities between LPS Popular and Euphoria, such as both characters in each show dressing up as an angel and similar plotline thing. So let me explain to you. So in LPS Popular, there is this kind of thing with the characters Sage, Brooklyn, and Savannah. Basically, Savannah and Brooklyn used to be friends, and then they're not. And Savannah basically steals Brooklyn's boyfriend, Sage. In Euphoria, the character Maddie and Cassie are friends. And then Cassie steals Maddie's boyfriend, Nate. Yeah, so that's just to sort of sum it up a little bit. It's a little bit similar. It's like, wow, that's kind of odd. Alright, thanks for watching this. That's the end of this little iceberg or whatever the heck it is. Thank you for watching this video. This is very silly and very fun to make. Thanks for watching, and bye!